Get ready for the crispiest, tastiest falafel that you could do yourself at home. I'll share with you the recipe and how it's done in the Middle East. The video is coming up. Hey foodies, welcome to HoobieTastes. In this video I'll take you back with me to my memories of childhood. Falafel brings back my childhood memories. The thing is, what you see in the market, the mushy small balls of so-called falafels, they are not falafels. In this recipe I'll show you how it's done properly, crispy, full of flavor like it's done in the Middle East. And remember, falafel can be a vegan, vegetarian option, high in protein, high in fiber, and the most important thing, it's amazing. We will do it with tabbouleh, and also we do it in a traditional sandwich. The two most important ingredients are your good quality dried chickpeas and also dried broad beans or fava beans. You need to soak them in water overnight so they fill up, they grow, and they are ready for use and grinding for the next day. Quantity wise, it depends how much you want to do. In this recipe I used 4 cups of fava beans and 2 cups of hummus or chickpeas. The reason is we had a party and I needed larger quantity of falafels and we ate all of them. But remember, the ratio is twice as much for fava beans compared to the chickpeas. If you don't have a meat grinder, you could use a processor. Any processor at home will do the job. Just make sure don't beat it so much and it becomes like a hummus paste. It needs to be like a pate where you could shape it by your hand. When you finish grinding the fava beans and the hummus or the chickpeas, and the last thing we will be adding the onions. I used a couple of onions. Also, it helps you to clean out the grinder when you finish with your work. For the garlic, you could use garlic powder if you wanted. You could use a garlic paste, but for me, I like the garlic, the real deal garlic, and you could put as much as you like. And I like my falafel to taste garlicky. The falafel spice is made up of different and many herbs of spices that you may struggle to find in the supermarket. For me, I went to a Middle Eastern shop and I got ready-made falafel flavor. I added 2 tablespoons to the mix, and also make sure you add white pepper so the color of the falafel doesn't change. In terms of salt, you could add to taste. Some people like their food salty, some people have health conditions. For me, I used 1 tablespoon and a half for the big mixture that I have. And then we add the secret ingredient, which is the bicarbonate of soda. This will help your falafel rise and it will make it fluffy and crunchy. Like I mentioned, we do in 2 versions. One, a healthier baked version for the ones who are on diet like me. I'm on diet all the time. And the traditional fried way. You would need this tool to shape the falafel properly like it's typically done, but you could use your hand, you could use a spoon, you could use a stick, you could use whatever you want. Just shape it. Balls are not falafels. This is the shape of falafel. Your oven needs to be preheated at 180 degrees. The baking time, it takes anything between 25 minutes and half an hour. And while we're waiting for the falafel to be baked, now we start with the frying the next batch. You could add sesame to the face. That's the way it's done, and it will look and taste amazing. You have to try it with sesame, guys. I love anything sesame. Sesame paste, tahini. Don't add the falafel in one go, add them gradually and make sure you move them around so they don't stick, and also turn them around while you fry them. And now we bring the falafel's best friend to the table. It's usually always presented with either fattoush or tabbouleh. This time we are doing the famous tabbouleh. Very easy, simple ingredients. We have pomegranate molasses, scallions or green onions, parsley, tomatoes, lemon, and soaked burgle. Very easy to make. And when you mix your ingredients, remember to add extra virgin olive oil. I'm not giving you a measurement for that. Add as much as you like. It's good. It adds to the taste and is actually healthy. And the calories, just work them on the trademark. And this is how our tabbouleh looks like. It smells amazing, full of color, and the taste was so good. Now we add our baked falafel to it, and we could also add a tahini sauce on top, which is made of sesame as well. It's just beautiful. This is a healthy dish. Personally, 3 falafels maybe will not fill me up, 4 will do, but high protein, high fiber, and is done healthily and beautifully, crispy and tasty. And now we go to the traditional way of making the sandwich. The sandwich is usually made with different kinds of breads, depends on the country. In Iraq, for example, the samoon bread is the one that is used. It is not very commonly found in the market, but what you need is called aish, which is this kind of bread, and this is widely available in the supermarkets. And maybe you haven't guessed, the first ingredient is actually hummus. The people that make perfect sandwiches for falafel, they add hummus to the mix. Also, a handy trick, you crush your falafel inside the sandwich. Now we add my favorite, the pickled cucumbers, we add the tomatoes, we add the tahini sauce, and you could add also onions if you wanted. And remember to add the sumac spices. It will add a different level to the taste. And also there is another trick that I like to do sometimes. I don't use this mix of vegetables, but I use the tabbouleh inside the sandwich, and that is the next level of a flavor. I hope you guys like this recipe. I hope you try it at home. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you like me to do any traditional Middle Eastern dish in a healthy way, write in your comments and I'll do that for you. Love you all, thank you for the support, and thank you for joining the channel. This is HoobieTastes checking out.